Hello and welcome to Sacred Comedy. I am your host, Jennifer Way, and I am so excited that you're here joining us. You look amazing, by the way. If no one's told you that today, just take it in. Welcome to episode number 5. We've got, I'm so excited to bring you guys Keegan Tindall. Keegan Tindall is a friend of Sacred Comedy. He is a brilliant stand-up comedian. He is a filmmaker, and he really is a TikTok sensation. So you're not going to want to miss this episode. We are also welcoming the fabulous Lyssa Mandel, who is an amazing tarot reader. She is also training to be a somatic therapist. She is one of our favorites here on Sacred Comedy. She's just amazing. And our conversation is hilarious, it's serious, and it's also quite illuminating. You're going to hear things about anxiety, you're going to hear things about childhood trauma, and you're going to hear a lot of talk about chips, because, that's necessary too. In any case, stick with us. Please, if you are watching this, please leave some comments, rate, review, and subscribe. Again, we are a new podcast, and I'm so happy that you are here. We love hearing from you. So, get comfortable, join us, come and hang out. Hi. Hey,
Hi.
you guys.
Hello.
Today we've got Lyssa Mandel.
Hello.
Drum roll. And then we've got Keegan Tindall.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Hey,
Hey.
how are you? Oh, closer?
Okay, perfect. There you go.
Okay.
Put it in
Make
your
love
mouth.
to
In-
the
okay.
microphone.
Wow, this is really intimate.
Yeah. Don't hurt yourself. I don't want you
You
to.
don't want me breathing into it?
You can breathe into it. I want
Okay.
you breathing. I just don't want
Okay.
you.
I'll figure out the breathing halfway through.
It's very high maintenance.
Well, Keegan, we've got you here today because you're a friend of Sacred Comedy.
Damn.
And we love you so much. And it's just time. It's time for you to participate.
Cool.
Well, tell everybody a little bit about who you are, what you do.
Just a little guy with big dreams.
Just a little guy.
Comedian.
Perfect.
Comedian, friend of the show.
Yay.
I like Jen. So I'm sure I like her friends.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Could be a psychopath.
Have you ever, we've talked about all this stuff before, but I was going to ask you if you've ever had any kind of like healing work or session. I mean, I know I gave you a
I've had
reading,
like therapy, textbook therapy.
but
but-
textbook therapy.
like
How's-
talk therapy?
Like talk therapy.
Yeah.
And I wasn't good at it.
What?
It was a
Okay.
talking part that I didn't.
Okay, but
Where I
there's
had to-
no. Oh, that makes me angry at your therapist. If they give you the impression that you weren't good at it, you can't be bad at therapy.
I know. I feel like 2 therapists like break up with me. Like they
Okay.
were like, "No, man, you're too much."
Did they say that?
They didn't say that, but it was like that's my reading of it. But like they were like, "We can't do any more sessions."
You know what? I think they just weren't enough.
Yeah, they weren't enough.
The vibe wasn't
Exactly.
right. Listen, finding a therapist is like finding a significant other. Sometimes you have to go through quite a few before you find the right match.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's true.
They needed like a dating app for therapists.
Exactly. It's called BetterHelp.
Oh, yeah.
But we're not being sponsored.
But can't we but you can't swipe them on BetterHelp, can you?
Yeah, you can say no thanks. I want a different one.
Ooh, I like that.
I don't like this one.
That's it.
I would leave a lot of reviews.
Yeah.
BetterHelp.
So I'm training to be a therapist right now, but not a talk therapist, a somatic therapist. And I've had some shitty talk therapists that made me
Yeah.
think that there was something wrong with me and I was doing it badly. And now I understand that like they just sucked. So,
They were just not good.
no, I mean they were just like making my neuroses worse. So
Yeah.
So anyway, I took matters into my own hands and became a really woo-woo weirdo who pulls tarot cards now.
Yeah, I just lay in my room for days until it's over. I'll just watch TV until it's done.
Nothing like a good dissociation
Just
session.
just 4 seasons of a show.
Yep.
Yeah, that I've already seen.
Yep.
I don't think anyone does that. Just kidding. Everybody
It's so
does that.
abnormal.
I know. I love the binge. I'm a fan of a good binge.
Oh, a good.
I find them therapeutic though too.
It can be therapeutic. And I mean, it is like dissociation is real and it is a way that we, insulate ourselves from feeling our wounds. And I think it's fine as long as you're aware of what you're doing and don't do it 100% of the time.
I agree.
I'd take down an entire bag of chips too. Is that
I
healthy?
mean,
Listen,
Yeah, look who you're. Okay, you're talking to people who are professionals in this area.
I mean, what kind of chips, first of all?
Whatever, like, we bought a month ago, you know? Whatever's on top of the fridge, like, stuffed in the
Oh,
bag.
you don't get a fresh one?
I will if I have to, but I'll order it. I won't go and get it. I'll, like, go puff it.
That's so luxurious.
If it's really bad, though, like, I'll be like, I'll spend $30 I don't have
For a $5 bag of
for
chips.
a $5 bag
What
of
are your
chips.
favorite chips?
I like a lime
Tostitos?
Tostitos,
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Ooh, yeah, green speckles.
Throw me a dip, too.
Oh, yeah.
Real
Fan of those.
salty.
Yeah.
I'm getting excited right now. I'm getting kind of pumped up.
What are your favorite chips, Jen?
Doritos.
Which
well,
flavor?
there's different categories. So there's like the chips that I feel bad about, and those are Doritos usually, all kinds.
But sometimes Cool Ranch Doritos are like the most delicious, sexy thing.
They're so good.
They really
I would
are
take
so
them over love. I really would.
I think
Well,
I
I think we're
have.
done here.
I mean, this is kind of my sizes keep getting bigger, so that's yeah.
I got a Dorito the other day. It was called toasted corn. I was really excited. I was like, I've never had this, and it was just
A corn chip?
Doritos
serious?
without the fun. It was like used Doritos. Just somebody
What?
sucked
Somebody
it.
had licked off the
Somebody
flavor
licked
particles.
exactly.
Was this like? I wonder what the logic is for creating that. Would there like just
Just
back
like
to
like
basics?
for salsa, I guess.
Oh.
It's a good chip. It just
Was it Doritos brand?
it was Doritos brand without the dust.
Weird.
That's so weird.
It was awful. It's no way to eat a Dorito.
God.
You need the MSG.
Yeah,
You know they have the
exactly.
Dorito tacos you can buy.
Those are so good.
Never
We
had
have those
one.
at home.
You've never had one of those?
No.
Oh
Do
my
you get them
God.
at Taco
Buy
Bell?
them at
Yeah.
El Paso. This is just a podcast about all
never-
kinds of brands, everybody, that are not
Oh, right,
sponsoring
right. We
us.
can just beep
That's
them all
okay.
out.
No, these are it's a review. Yeah.
I've never eaten at Taco Bell in my life.
Holy shit.
Wow.
And then I moved to LA and I was like, I will now never eat at Taco Bell because I
Oh,
have
well,
real
yeah.
tacos. Yeah.
I went to a Taco Bell with my daughter and we got those donuts, those like churro donut
yeah,
hole
yeah, yeah.
thingies. And I was watching the lady, she was too, when she put them in, there was like 12. She put one in her mouth so fast, the lady that was making them, I was like, did you just see that? She's like, I just saw that. I think she just took one. I think she was so fast, I almost didn't see it. And then she got the bag and there were only 11 in there.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Like, I love this woman.
I went to a Taco Bell once, and as I was ordering, one of the guys came from the back. He was like, "We only have lettuce from like a week ago," and the guy was like, "It's fine, I don't care." And then he saw that I was there, and I was like, "Oh, I'll still get it. I'm already at Taco Bell. I'm not gonna not get the taco,
No.
but I'm gonna be a little upset about it."
coli.
Yeah,
I'd be a little upset, especially if I'm sick. And
it was just like in a bag, like in like a Ziploc bag.
oh my God.
It was amazing.
Was it brown?
It was a little brown,
Probably they just took it from the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but if you just eat it fast, the Dorito covers the stale lettuce.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
right.
what it's for.
And then you
the
can say
original.
that you had some vegetables.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm a healthy person.
You are a healthy person, spiritually and otherwise.
I took down like 12 of those little donuts you have out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
The munchkins. You can't put those out there and only eat one.
Exactly.
It's illegal to eat one
I
munchkin.
love that this episode is about food.
I'm just getting
really
excited.
do.
I'm just pumped. I also had a lot of coffee.
You did?
Yeah.
That's okay. Do you need to move around?
No. I feel great.
Keegan is jumping out of
You
his
can
seat.
just kind of
Exactly.
go like this. This is a great exercise sometimes. Just pretend you're running in place. Everyone
Can you
at
hear
home,
that?
you can
you
do
hear
this.
us doing that though,
Pitter
George?
patter, pitter patter. Anyway, Merry Christmas. Okay.
We've all had
Heck
too
yeah.
much coffee.
Yeah, it's okay. I think you should just sit on my lap, Lyssa.
There we go.
Oh. Okay, it's
Now let's
great. It's
heal.
okay. It's a somatic exercise. Welcome back, everybody.
It's a somatic exercise, in stimulating my sciatica.
There
Yes.
you go. No.
Yes.
Well, I have an exercise for you, posture-wise.
Push-ups.
No, but close. I love this episode so much, you guys. So you know how like when they say like sit up straight, put your shoulders back, and like lift your chin up and like open up your chest and that kind of thing. What you do instead is you bring your awareness down to your tailbone, right, and imagine that your tail continues, and where you are sitting in your seat, just move your pelvis so you have room for that tail. And then once you do that, your body naturally aligns. And then your shoulders go back. You don't have to strain them. So you're just, it's like a tiny tilt of the pelvis.
I have a short tail.
You have a little
I
stump.
think I have a little stump of a tail.
No, this is really interesting because I'm just seeing like, you know, like a straight, like I'm moving away from the mic, of course, like a straight kind of pole or whatever that's coming from, you know, the top of my spine all the way down through my spine and then continuing down.
Yeah.
Right. And like my whole spine just started like subtly doing that, like backing up and becoming aligned.
Oh my God, you're welcome.
Wow.
So
She just
happy.
fixed you.
I'm a spiritual chiropractor.
I mean, but then imagining that line going all the way down into the earth, and it's a really nice grounding exercise.
ooh, yeah.
I can't lie, it kind of stresses me out, the idea of like
no.
having to like
Make room for your
fix
tail.
make
that's
room
not
for my
there?
tail.
Well, put both feet on the ground.
Okay.
Do you
Oh, yeah,
Well,
get-
that
yeah.
might be
Sorry.
it. Like a giant.
Probably the phone in my back pocket.
But yeah, imagining like fishing line that is coming like through the top of your head and
You guys are
goes,
freaking me out. What?
We're not. We haven't even gotten
No,
to
I'm
the freaky
joking.
part.
I'm joking.
you're a puppet hanging from the ceiling. No, it's just a line that it's
This is all a
it's,
simulation.
I like let it happen. Don't push it. Don't force
Yeah.
it to happen. A line that goes all the way down through your spine, through your tailbone, and straight down into the floor, without forcing. You know,
Such a forcer. I've got a block or
you're
something.
young.
You guys
okay?
got to unblock me.
We're gonna unblock you in this.
I feel blocked.
Episode.
I see it though. I do see. I feel what you're talking about. But it's a tight tail. I got a tight tail going.
Release your
you.
asshole. Release your asshole.
Oh, finally! Thank
Yeah.
God. I was waiting for somebody to say that so I could finally do.
Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your asshole.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. There she goes. I'm clear.
I know. It's like you could, instead of saying like, don't be such a tight ass, don't be such a tight pussy or tight. I don't know. That doesn't work as
You
much.
should say that to people. I would really enjoy that.
Just open up your fucking pussy, man.
Open up.
I hate
Jeez.
that word. I don't know. I can only
What, you
say
don't like the P word?
I don't like it
the P
either.
word.
I don't like it.
What word is like the
spiritual
politest
word.
to say?
I don't
Like,
like
if I were
any
to
words
if I
for
were to
it.
say it to somebody.
If you wanted to say it,
Like if I wanted to say it to someone without being like,
say don't. And then don't feel bad about not saying it.
what if I needed to use the word?
What do you need? I like cunt. I think cunt is a good word.
What?
You want me to go start with cunt?
I think cunt is so much more divisive than pussy as a word.
That's true.
Australians love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Australians sound great saying anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Very true.
I feel like I'll sound mean if I say any.
Can you do accents?
I guess so. I mean, I can try.
Yeah. Can you do an Australian accent?
Can't. No, nope, I can't. I cannot.
Nope.
I cannot.
Canadian.
No.
That's harder. That's
I could do like a
very
British.
subtle.
I could do like a.
Do British, yeah. Like, can you do a Cockney?
Hello,
accent?
how are we?
That's pretty
But
good.
my version of British is like a little guy with like a hat. And he's like, how are we? How are you doing? I do dream of being a little British boy like selling newspapers.
Oh,
Maybe it was a past life.
maybe.
That would be cool.
That's going to be another episode.
Like a newsie.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
so Phil, my partner Phil, who's also in comedy and actor, he does this character called Newsboy Phil, and he's 40, and he my friend Tom has like a political comedy show. And I'll have Phil on as a guest, and Phil has a little Newsies cap, and he's got a bag full of newspapers, and I'll be like, read all about it, and then has like comedy headlines about the news, and then intersperses it with, my parents make me sleep in the garbage can, like shit like that, and it's great. So I think you should lean into that.
Yeah, I really do. I just want to tell people I have big dreams in the Big Apple, and then I'm gonna get there one day. I'm gonna tell people, no, you didn't.
And then you're gonna become
Then you
the
have to do
Joker.
a dance
Yeah.
number.
Nobody believed in me, but I believe in you. You know what I mean? Like
Can you sing?
He's got
Can you
heart.
sing?
I can sing if I'm tap dancing, or that guy can. That character can.
What's his name?
Yeah, give me like a little cane.
He needs a name.
Oh,
That was Christian Bale, by the way. Right?
What?
Are we talking about? Am I the only one referencing the
Newsies?
movie Newsies, the musical?
no, I'm
Newsies?
thinking about Newsies.
Yeah. Okay.
But you're
Well,
probably
Christian
too
Bale
young
was the
for
only-
that.
I don't know. I just know that character as like a vague
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
I've never seen Newsies though. Christian Bale for me is Batman.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking of.
but-
when
It was
I-
a newsie first.
Who is your Batman? Who's your top
Who's
Batman?
my Batman. I don't think I have one.
Ugh, mine is
Can
Michael
my
Keaton
cat be
forever.
one?
Come
What?
on, Michael Keaton, the Michael Keaton
Oh,
Batman.
like who's my preferred? I liked Val Kilmer, I have to say.
I didn't mind Val.
And I love that he walked away from it too.
You thought she meant like who's your personal
I
Batman?
was like, I don't have one.
who's your Batman?
your own personal Batman.
This is great. This is what I wanted for this. If I can steer any conversation to Batman, I'll be pumped.
Wait, but my partner is also obsessed with Batman, and he draws it on everything. I feel like you two are brothers in some way.
I love Batman. Is just I love that he's a detective. I love that he's a little dirty.
He's just a regular guy who's wearing like a pleather suit.
He is mentally ill. Bruce Wayne is a mentally ill person.
Yeah.
He doesn't sleep and he fights crime in a world full of superheroes. He doesn't kill, like, which is one of his rules. The Joker will murder people, thousands, and Batman will still not kill him.
Yeah, because
Oh, I didn't realize.
he's trying to
who's your
heal from his
Batman?
trauma.
Who's your Batman? Who's your favorite?
My favorite person?
Who played Batman?
Oh,
I'm just gonna reiterate.
I like the new one, Robert Pattinson.
Oh, okay,
I like the
okay.
world because it's like real dark and
Yeah.
gritty. And,
Gritty.
Yeah. I like how scary it is. I like to be spooked. Yeah.
You're a horror person?
I am a horror person a little bit. I didn't used to be. I used to be terrified. When I was a kid, I had a babysitter that was like awful to me. And one time she came out, I was 4 years old, and she left. She came out, she put The Ring on with the girl with the black hair and the well.
No.
And then she went back in her room and went to sleep. And I'm just there. I have a Scooby-Doo. I'm like cuddled up to it. And the movie is about a girl coming out of the TV. So I'm like, she's going to come out of the fucking real TV. No. She's going to come out of the TV. And I was just terrified for like years and years of horror movies after that.
First of all, that's fucked up. I had a babysitter who do that.
I think we need to call her out.
Yeah.
Thelma and Louise. But
Oh, wow.
I was 8. But I'm curious, what was the thing that turned that you went from being terrified to being into the genre?
I think once I started making them and I realized that it was just fake. It was just people making it. But I still get a little jump when it gets like, when it says based on a true story, I'm like, really?
Oh God.
Really?
How true?
How true are we talking?
There's an alien movie that starts. I don't remember which one it was, but it fucked me up good because it was like the beginning, and Mila Jovovich is in it, and I want to say it's like the fourth kind, or maybe I'm not sure. But basically, they start the movie, and there's like the director that's like, "Hi, I'm the director of this movie," and Mila Jovovich's like, "Hi, I play this character. What you're about to see like actually happened, or you're going to see." Basically, side by side, what we did dramatically cut with the original footage. And it was about like insane alien shit. And it fucked with me so hard. And then, of course, I was like, is this real? And no, it wasn't. I was like, what the fuck? I hated it.
I feel like you can't just say that. You can't just say it's semi-true.
Yeah.
I'm 9 years old. Please don't say that to me right now.
I mean, at this point, because I've seen so many futuristic like concepts actually come to life, I'm like, maybe it's all true. You know, like maybe it's all fucking true. Okay, Penny and Inspector Gadget had a computer watch, and now we have those.
Weird.
Yeah.
You're too young for Inspector Gadget, but you should check
I think
it out.
I know, and I've seen the Inspector Gadgets
seen it.
out of forcefulness, like a forceful nature.
Now I'm like, I think we should kind of be aware of like what we are creating in this world, like,
Absolutely.
because it's fucking happening in real life.
Messes you up, movies. When I was in the hospital for a while and I was on like heavy pain medication, and all these horror movies I saw like came to life in my room.
Oh, God.
It was terrifying. Like I think the Ring girl was there in my room. There was like a collage of pictures of me.
No.
And then in my mind, it was a game that she set up that I had to solve this puzzle. And she was sitting by it like this, just waiting for me to solve it.
No.
It was terrifying.
How old were you?
This was like, I was like 19, 20.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So it's still, that experience, seeing the Ring, is still haunting you.
It still messed me up. I mean, it was in the back of my head. Not currently. Like, I probably couldn't watch The Ring
Yeah.
without freaking out a little bit. But like, I wasn't thinking about it. And then once I was on those drugs, my brain just kind of released that fear.
I wonder if it was a little bit of ketamine.
Yeah.
Oh, it probably was.
Right?
It was a lot
it
of
was
junk,
a lot of
yeah.
pain.
Yeah, because ketamine is an anesthetic. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm
hardcore.
sorry.
We exercised.
It's rock and roll.
her. Yeah. Oh God.
That's hardcore. That's America. Yeah.
I always feel like when it comes to dark stuff, or have you ever seen dark stuff? Like, have you experienced any of that stuff? Like seen ghosts or like any weird
I've
kind
been
of stuff?
scared of it. Like, I think there's a universal experience where every kid is terrified when they turn off the lights and run up the stairs that there's something behind them.
I'm 41 years old and I still do that at my parents' house.
It's terrifying.
Yes.
It's very scary to think that something's down there.
And you feel it. And if you let yourself like linger a second, like you can feel the energy just like creeping up your back, you know? It's
Yeah.
Or your
Or if
hair
I watch
standing.
like a scary like TikTok that says this family was murdered here, I'll like think someone's gonna come in my window. And I live on the 4th floor.
Me
and
too.
I'll think somebody's coming in.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I remember when I was little, I used to watch, because before we had TikTok, we had these like, unsolved mysteries. I don't know if anybody
Yes,
remembers.
I loved unsolved
But it was
mysteries.
always like I remember like asking my mom if robbers were real, and she's like, yeah. And I was like, are monsters? And she's like, no. But I remember going to bed with like a thumbtack and holding it outside of, like, I literally thought a thumbtack would defend me from any intruder.
Jen, that's so
And I would like
sweet.
hold it like right above my. I was so fucking.
So-
I was scared of people. Scared of everything.
But that could have backfired and the
Sensitive.
thumbtack could have fallen right in your eyeball.
I know. God, as a parent now, I'm like, that's horrifying.
Yeah.
I know my parents-
Things are scary.
Things are.
Being a kid is
really
terrifying.
scary. I know.
And you don't realize when you're like a kid, some of the things you're doing. I wasn't scared of the things I should have been scared of. Like in my town, adults would hang out with the kids. And I'd be like, this is awesome. We got a grown up friend.
In like what capacity?
It would just be like, I remember this one guy, I don't even remember his name or anything. We were like, I live in a small town and there's like a group of 4 kids that I would hang out with. Yeah. And then this guy started hanging out. He was like a 30-year-old on a BMX bike. And he would always try to sell you like empty Xbox like games. And I was like, this is great. I was like, I don't have any money. Let's go to my dad's house and he'll pay you and I'll get some of these Xbox things. And then my dad was like, you're not hanging out with this guy anymore. Don't hang out with this man.
How old were you?
I was like 12. We were children and this guy was like coming around and he had the Monster Energy hat on and like the wife beater. It was textbook.
Oh, Keegan, I'm so sorry.
That was fun. He didn't.
It was fun.
Yeah.
He was. Well, good for your dad for at least like looking
Yeah.
out.
Any dad should be like, no, you psychopath.
Just like one step away from
Don't forget.
getting
Yeah.
into a white van for candy,
Getting on the back of his BMX. Get on my pegs.
Oh my God. I'm
Sounds
glad
kinda
you
fun.
at least had a
Does
little.
sound
I
kinda
know
fun.
it does sound fun. I feel like my kids have known about the white van since they were babies and they like won't walk down the block. And I almost feel like it's almost better for them to have had an experience with maybe a 30-year-old man on a BMX bike.
Yeah.
Because now they're just like, like they're too scared about everything. Because I'm like, people are just going to take you and sell you. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't want to get sold.
I know.
I think
they're old
I
enough
wouldn't go for very much, and I think my feelings would get hurt.
Oh, I feel you. That's how I
would be-
feel about like if there's a zombie apocalypse,
rejected.
I'm the first one to die.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm just done.
Oh, wow. Now I'm kind of like putting those two logics together. I'm like, they probably wouldn't like how I tasted. I'm like,
I mean, you don't want to eat me. I feel like I'm pretty tasty.
like, what the hell, you guys? Do you want to do a tarot reading?
I do. I'm excited.
I don't think you have a choice because we're
I
gonna
know
do
we're,
it.
Yeah.
we're going to do this, but
We talked
so-
about all the important stuff.
We
We
did.
got-
I agree. I agree.
We got the
This is
important stuff out of the way.
perfect. Yeah.
We got the
I mean,
ring.
this is-
we got
the
Taco
ring.
Bell.
God, I hope I don't get like a ring card, like a woman's gonna crawl out of
Oh
your TV.
God! Right?
I do
There's
not
gonna
have a
be-
ring card.
there's-
Okay, thank God.
Well, so what we'd love for you to think about is just, do you have any questions about life or direct? I mean, a lot of times people usually ask with tarot, like, like money, love, business, whatever,
Well, or if there's like any like
It's not going to be like predictive though. Like, what's going to happen tomorrow?
this is not a fortune telling. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
It's more like, what energies are here that might be helpful for you to move forward in whatever area.
Okay.
So, and it could also be because like the new year is coming up, like, what kind of energy?
I mean, it's January now. Sorry.
Sorry. Oh no, cut that out.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
When this is filmed, it
Don't
will
mind.
be.
I know. Well, this is more reason for people to go and follow you
Yeah.
to see if it actually happened that way.
There you go.
There you go.
Right, but I'm not reading predictively.
No. No.
Yeah. So like, do you have, I don't know. And it could just be also general, like just see what the cards say. But like, if you have any particular areas of uncertainty that you might like some clarity around.
Yeah. I think if I'm thinking energy wise, I think the one thing is I'm very anxious all the time. And I think I have been wondering just in life, am I ever gonna like calm down and just feel like, can I go through a day? Is there ever gonna be a time in my life when I can go through a day without like, oh my God, everything's on me all the time. Everything's the worst. The world is terrifying.
Well, first of all, I feel you.
Yeah.
And the world is terrifying.
I know.
The world is terrifying, and also, I mean, I'm not going to put on my therapy hat, but like there are
I'll
definitely.
put it on you.
I want to first like bow to your anxiety, because your anxiety has kept you safe for a really long time, and it was like, you know, what you needed in order to get your needs met when you were super young was to be hyper vigilant, and I completely resonate with that. I think Jen also does.
Oh, yeah.
And
It doesn't go away, by the way.
Oh, great. Yeah. Thanks. No, that's good. No, yeah, no.
we
That's
can ask
fine.
the card. Well,
No.
I was gonna say we can ask the cards, like, and here's one. When they fly out of the deck, that means
Oh,
We usually take
this one's
those.
waiting for me.
It was.
about like what energies we can incorporate to help work with your anxiety, alleviate your anxiety, or shift your perspective so that the anxiety isn't like the loudest voice in your.
Cool.
Man, this is just happening.
They're jumpy today.
They are jumpy.
Whew, okay, so, and as I said, as I always say,
I don't know what they mean. I'm like, whoa,
Yeah,
Keegan.
they're cool pictures.
I don't know.
I know
what
this
that
is
means.
the Wild Unknown deck by Kim Kranz, and I love her. It's like a lot of like really fine line drawing, yeah. So there are no bad cards. They're all just informative cards.
Okay.
So we have 5 cards here. I'm going to read them out for the listeners. The first one that jumped out was the Page of Pentacles, and then we have the Devil card, the 8 of Wands. I said there are no bad cards.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The 8 of Wands, the 3 of Swords, and the 4 of Swords. Again.
Yeah.
So, but I want to start with the Page
Are
of
those
Pentacles.
comedy cards? Sorry.
Any card can be a comedy
That's
card
true.
if you're a good writer. But legit. So I want to start with the Page of Pentacles, which is depicted in this deck as like a sweet little like fawn with like a rainbow overhead. All of the pages are like beginners in their suit. So Pentacles is the suit of the material world. It's the suit of like the sensory, what we can touch, our resources, whether that's financial, time, energy, how we are connected to the physical earthly realm. And the page is a student, like a student of life, is learning. So it's this attitude of approaching every new or uncertain experience with curiosity. Just trying to approach with curiosity as opposed to with a million preconceived notions of how it's going to go.
Do you feel like that?
Like I have a million
Like, how does that
worries.
Well, but
a
like
Like,
when
do you
I
approach things with curiosity? Like, does that feel like something
Yeah,
that you do?
I do. I've actively recently tried to be like, all right, maybe this will be good rather than awful.
see, but that's exactly it. And you're young, and I feel like for me, I didn't start to have this conversation with my anxiety until I was like 25, 26, and it was like a slow process. So another thing about the suit of Pentacles, because it's the earthly suit, it is a slower energy, and to approach life like I'm imagining you with like just a brand new book opening in front of you, right? Like you haven't read it yet. You don't know the ending, and that's okay. So this is saying it's safe to put a toe in to unfamiliar experiences without, again, what anxiety is like trying to fill in all the blanks because the uncertainty is like too overwhelming to be with, right? So what if, and it sounds like you're already doing it,
Yeah.
this approach of like anything that's coming your way, whether it's like, you know, a gig or like a family thing or a date or whatever it is, to pause before you do it and be like, we don't know how it's going to turn out. And I got you, Keegan. you know, which sounds really cheesy, but I have to tell you, there is just a lot of inner child work it's helpful.
Yeah.
It's really helpful. So like let yourself be uncertain and have that be safe as much as you can. The other cards here.
Just do it, Keegan. You can do it.
Pick it up and do it, you moron.
Well, it is. I mean, it really is
it's
like
true.
your brain is doing lots and lots of work, and we love it. It's great. You're very smart and very funny. And also, there are areas in which your brain might be hurting you rather than helping you. You know. And since this is like a page of pentacles, it's more like follow your foot, follow your nose. Don't necessarily follow your thoughts all the time first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They can be in the car, but they're not always driving.
Yeah.
I stole that from Elizabeth Gilbert.
Yeah. I'm going to crash that car. I will crash that car. If my thoughts were in a car.
No, your foot knows what to do, even if your brain kind of like blips out for a second.
Yeah.
That's not to say
Maybe
that
it's an SUV and you can
It could
be okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
it's
encouraging.
not a white van.
Okay. All right.
It's not a white.
You can be in the white van if you're driving the white van.
All right. Yeah.
Exactly. Or the BMX bike. Whatever you prefer.
And then the other cards we have here. Okay, so the only major arcana here is the devil, and so the major arcana cards. Like, I know everyone's like, oh no.
You go. There's no bad
There
cards.
aren't any bad
This one's
cards.
the devil.
No. But the devil is pointing to anything in our life in which we are in bondage. And it's usually our own mental constructs that are keeping us in this kind of bondage. So like we began the conversation with you talking about your anxiety, which I would say is represented here. Yeah, the devil. It's how we drive ourselves crazy. It's how we keep ourselves chained to these mind patterns that are actually not serving us. But the beauty of that is that we have the power to unbind ourselves, to unchain ourselves.
Can I add something?
Yes.
Is the devil card also, it's almost a little bit like fear of unknown and change. So it's like, I am going to do everything I can to stay right here and not move. And that's,
Absolutely.
And I'm going to plant, and that's just going to plant firmly into the ground. And
Yeah, it's like it's a paralysis.
yeah. Okay.
But it is a paralysis that we have some control over how much control it has over us, you know? So it's an energy
make
that
you feel?
feels, yeah.
Yeah, I think like I have the tendency to, I have the desire to stay still for sure. Like, but I do try to work against it, but it's definitely there. It's speaking to me to not move.
Yeah.
You mean not move in terms of like making moves, like
Taking chances.
Taking chances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not leap anywhere. I do it. I do leap, but I want to not do it. It sounds more appealing.
I hear you. I completely relate. So now we have these two here, and it's so interesting because in this deck you can see we have like a little fawn facing to the left, and we have the devil as a little goat facing to the right, and they're almost like mirror images of each other. So the Eight of Wands and the Three of Swords are both like very like emotionally activated cards in a good way. Like the Eight of Wands, I usually think of has to do with like getting struck by a sudden epiphany, an aha moment, right? Like Wands is the suit of passion and like your inner spark, your inner fire, and the Eight has a swiftness to it, right? There's like a quickness to it that is like when you feel that spark of inspiration, you just got to move with it, just got to move in the flow of it,
Seems like that's what you do.
Yeah.
It's kind of what you do.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's like actually the answer to what do I do about this anxiety. It is connected to this thing of just like following your impulse, following your instinct, trusting your gut, trusting any epiphanies that you have will not lead you astray. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then also we have the Three of Swords, which is about like cultivating any like heartbreak or like grief or difficult feeling. Usually underneath anxiety, there's something deeper, whether that is a kind of like sacred rage or a grief or a time when you were vulnerable when you were little that you weren't met in that vulnerability. So it turned into this like, scabbed over wound. But here it's like,
I think it was when you had to watch The Ring. I
Yeah.
guess so.
Could be that.
Yeah, for sure.
Could be that.
For sure. But like you can use that wounding in the service of this like quick speed toward your passions. Like you can let it help fuel you, you know, as opposed to being terrified of the feelings. Like, what if you just were with them and let them show you some like beautiful like art that you could create with them?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Does that
Resonate?
I mean, what's the first sort of thought that comes into your head about that?
It's like I'm in a battle of like following that instinct, right? And then also sometimes those instincts hurt more than they are good. Like the instincts do lead me to good places, like the impulse and following it. But also in like the times when I'm not working and when I have to lay down to sleep, those instincts are still active and it like
Absolutely.
is hurting the downtime. You know what I mean?
Well, funny you should mention that, because the fifth and final card that is here is the Four of Swords, which is a card about mental rest. So it is an encouragement that, first of all, you have permission to mentally rest. Like, it is something that you can actually say to yourself as if you were an observer and be like, hey, Keegan, I'm going to take a break now. And not that that's not, and your insomnia problems are solved.
Yeah.
But
That easy.
even in stillness, like it can be active, but it can be active in a way that is restorative as opposed to like driving you crazy. And
Yeah.
I don't know what the way into that is for you. I don't know if it's like, you know, going for a run or doing yoga or meditating or like whatever. I don't know what it is that you do, but whatever that thing is that gets you prepared for rest so that you can really have the rest.
Sorry.
What?
I was just like, have you ever done yoga? Do you do yoga?
I've tried almost everything because there's been points when I've like been like, I'm so crazy, I need to chill out, but I can't. I haven't been able to relax since I was a kid.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever relax. I think the only way I relax is if I disassociate. If I put headphones on and I look at like a screen, and I really get into a video game. But then then once the headphones are off, it's right back.
Yeah.
So relaxing's very difficult for me.
I understand.
Yeah. I know you guys, well, because I know you guys did this. You guys went on a hike this year, right?
Yeah.
Remember? Do you do that? Would you ever consider doing that more?
I do like it, but I can't even enjoy it because I'm worried about work. You know, sometimes I feel like my crazy is what has gotten me so far in comedy and social media that if I relax, I'm almost trading. I feel like I have feeling good and I have success.
Okay, welcome to literally what every comedian is
Yeah.
worried about. Do you listen to Mark Maron? Do you like Maron?
I've listened to him, yeah.
Like that, he talked about that a lot when he started like really digging into his healing. And he was like, I don't want to get too healed because then I won't be funny anymore.
I think that's wrong.
Well,
I'm here to prove it.
Yeah, I know. That's like the whole purpose of sacred comedy. But like,
Yeah.
you're not alone in that fear, but they're not mutually exclusive. Being happy and being creatively productive and successful are not mutually exclusive. You're just figuring out the balance now.
Takes a lot of time to figure it out, though.
Uh-huh.
At this point, crazy in my terms is all I know. You know, like I'm not killing people crazy, but,
Right, but
I'm
when-
like writing on the walls crazy.
Well, but when
know?
you get sick of that, or when you get to the wall of that crazy, then you will make a change. And right now, it's still serving you in some way,
Yeah.
which is, I think, the devil card. So you can notice it when you're doing that, and just kind of be with it and be like, "Hey, crazy! Like, you're welcome here. What's up? What do you have to show me?"
Yeah.
You know, but to give yourself a little bit of like space around it, to not like over identify with that crazy, because the crazy is just like, you know, mental constructs that are trying to keep you safe. But you can exist without the crazy and still be productive, creative.
Yeah. That's the goal, to feel good and be productive.
Yep. You'll get there.
I think I feel like a lot of the sort of healing, or big part of the healing work that I've noticed is just kind of zooming out a little and kind of being aware that crazy is here. Or, you know, even if some of the things I've done in the past, it's like put a face on what does that crazy what is that crazy part of you? Like, what is it? Even like closing your eyes and kind of like, okay, if it could be any, picture of a thing or a being or whatever, even a cartoon character, like what would that look like? Well, can I symbolize that for myself? So it's almost like this is the cue. Oh, hey, crazy. Let's say crazy is like, comes in the form of like, I don't know, Donald Duck or something. And, you're like, oh, hey, buddy, what's going on?
It's a part. It's one part of you, but it isn't the whole.
It's almost like you can be the babysitter that should have been there for you, for yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm so mad at this person.
Yeah, she sucked.
I'm going to get in touch with your sister and be like, do you know where this person is? Because but it's like identifying that person or that part of you and remembering that you do need to give it love and compassion, because that's, at least for me, that's always been like the most difficult thing. So you're not fighting it, but you almost, like you said, it's like you're inviting it in and you're asking it like, what's up, buddy? What do you need right now? What would help you like move out of this right now? And sometimes the answer is like, I just need to fucking be in it right now. And that's, and then you're sort of, as the aware person, being like, okay, I'm going to allow that to happen. I'm not going to hold on to this thing being crazy, because it has to work itself out a little bit. So I'm just gonna allow it. I'm gonna allow it to be itself, and I'm gonna allow it to kind of communicate to me, because every part of your body has like a consciousness. So if you communicate with it like it's an actual thing, because it's a voice inside of you, or an inner child and a fragment, I would call it. So you want to like address it directly and like with kindness and be like, hey, buddy.
The crazy part of me?
Yeah. I mean, because you're an incredibly sweet person. To all the people who, all of your friends, and you can do that for yourself. You can be that person towards that part of yourself.
Yeah. I think it's sometimes, like, the idea of separating it would be difficult, because at this point, it's all I know. Yeah. Like, it's like, this is how I operate. This is who I am. Yeah. And I am more okay with it, but it is just...
Yeah, you're at the beginning of this process.
Yeah.
So, and you're identifying with it a lot, and so then you can just like be patient with like, this is what's here right now. Like whatever's here right now, welcome. And even if it's uncomfortable, that doesn't mean it's bad. Like discomfort is helpful, I think, in like any kind of growth.
God, that's so annoying.
I'm so sorry.
I know it's true. I'm aware it's true, but it's so annoying.
I know.
So fucking annoying.
Shouldn't be feeling good and doing things you want to do all the time for always.
Yeah.
Is how you fix it.
I agree.
Ice cream, video games, not moving, girlfriend all the time, never work.
Lime Tostitos.
Exactly, lime Tostitos, and I'm golden.
Powder.
Yeah, exactly. No sunlight. Just blankets on the window is how I'll heal it.
I mean, but think about it, right? A roller coaster is not fun unless it's throwing you around, taking you around loops, scaring the shit out of you, making you feel like your stomach is coming out of you. But you want to get back on. Like,
Yeah.
Because that's what life is. It's like life is always going to do that, and it's going to keep going. I literally use this exercise for myself all the time. Just like, I feel really shitty right now. I feel really shitty. And if I'm not like calling you to be like, I feel shitty, here, let me just like unload and dump. The other thing I have to remember is that it's temporary. I'm only going to be down here. I'll circle back, I'm sure, but this isn't going to last forever, because I know tomorrow I'm going to feel good about something, or because the security there is that everything will change, even the bad stuff. So it's like just remembering it's gonna be up and down.
And to not feel bad when you need that reminder often, because I still do.
Yeah. I'm constantly telling myself that.
My friend Nora, I'll be like freaking out in a text, and she's like, I'm sorry, princess. And it's temporary. And I'm like, oh, yeah, right.
Well, didn't I just literally text that to you today? Because I was like not feeling well, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yesterday, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, it's temporary. It'll be better. I'm just telling myself that.
You're fine. That's what I do in the mirror. I go, you're good. You got good ideas.
You do that?
Sometimes.
You're doing great.
I do it as a bit, though, but sometimes it works. At some point, I'm like...
It starts as a bit, but then it sincerely
It does start as a joke. You're like, people think you look tall, even though you're short. And you got good ideas, your pants fit good, and then slowly, like, yeah, the pants do fit
And that
good.
hair,
Yeah.
man. Let's talk about the hair.
It's
amazing.
awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, I just got a haircut, and I don't like it yet, but
Really? It
It'll-
takes a couple of weeks.
I look British. You made me
I feel
look
like every
British.
time I see you, it's right after you've gotten a haircut, and you say the same thing.
I asked the guy for like, I wanted it because it was like long and flowy, but he kind of cut it short on the sides. He gave me kind of a mullet.
Oh yeah.
But I'll take it. I'll take
didn't
it.
Too
like
long
it?
on top to be a mullet. I think it looks great.
Oh, thank you.
You've got
Yeah.
great hair.
Thank
Everyone
you.
knows Keegan Tindall has great hair.
Everyone knows it.
Yeah. You can only be
They were
someone
so
with
scared of it.
great hair to hang with. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
You have to have great hair to hang with Keegan.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
it's like a rule.
It is
it's
a
like
rule.
You guys
It's-
have great hair.
I know.
But God forbid you bring a bald person in here, I will flip. I will freak out. The cards will start shaking.
No
and-
offense, you guys. There's a place for you somewhere.
just not with me, not friends with me. Don't hang. No, I'm joking.
I almost said
know.
something that you would have to cut out of the podcast, but I won't.
I like bald people, to be clear.
I love bald people.
I'll
I'm gonna be one.
kiss the top of their head.
Yeah. Rub it.
Yeah.
Give
I
it
feel
a
like you have
oil
easy
massage.
access to a bald person's thoughts, no?
You know what? I wonder, like, do you feel vulnerable? Do bald people feel so exposed?
Yeah.
They're
I
not wearing
think so.
a hat?
I will say, although this looks big, it's way less than it used to be. It was full on. I mean, I had a lot of hair, and as I started like losing it, which I know sounds crazy, but when it's wet, trust me, it's like completely not there. I could start to feel the wind on my scalp. I was like, I don't want to feel that. I never felt it before, and then like all of a sudden. But then over time, I've gotten used to it. I'm like, that's all right.
It feels nice.
It's a new way.
opening.
Exactly.
There you go.
Refreshing.
Bald men, if you just tell women that this is for like healing purposes. I'm bald because I'm healing by choice.
My dad has this T-shirt, or at
so
least
healthy.
he used to have it when I was growing up, that he would wear to the gym. That said, "It's not a bald spot; it's a solar panel for a sex machine."
Oh, heck yeah, dude.
My dad.
That's rock and roll. At the gym, too. So he's working out, like looking at himself in the mirror.
Oh God.
That's amazing. My dad has a big ponytail. That's what my dad's rocking.
He does.
Big ponytail.
Is he bald on top?
I wouldn't tell him that.
Yeah.
But like it's thinner than it was. It's not bald
Okay.
completely, but it is thin. And he might be doing damage to his own hair because he like packs it with gel.
No.
So the top is like packed with gel. Like if you could, it would
Gotta
play
cut
like a
off his
guitar. Yeah.
sleeve.
Like if you strung the things, they would make noise.
Like Samson and Delilah.
Exactly.
Oh, might just chop off his ponytail. Mm-hmm. Does he wear hats over the ponytail?
No. No.
How
just-
long is? I'm just so curious.
It's like
how
down to mid back.
Oh,
It's
that's
very funny because
impressive.
like every time he sees my sister, he'll like make the poor girl cut it a little bit.
Really?
She'll like trim it, but we only because we're all adults now, so we really only get together on holidays. So like Christmas and Thanksgiving is just my dad in the living room getting his hair cut. I'm like, this is home. This is what home is to me.
And he just cries every time a piece of hair falls to the
Well, we
ground.
put like football on for him, like you would Cocoa Melon for a baby. Like we just put football on, and he yells at that while my sister cuts his hair.
I feel
the
like
circle of life.
Just the description of the gel being like guitar strings. I'm just like, what kind of gel? That's like gel from the 80s. That's
It's
like
like-
dip
Dippity
gel.
doo.
It's
Yeah.
like blue gel that he
Blue,
gets from a
exactly. It's gotta be a
farmer's
color.
market,
Oh.
and he like that big of it in his hand. He just pushes it back. It's like it's crazy.
Maybe for Christmas you can get him like a new kind of gel.
He
that's
won't
like
change.
Oh,
Dad's one of those guys that will like be like, no way, this is the best gel. This is the best gel ever.
I can play Stairway to Heaven.
It's made from Middle Earth. It's amazing. The bubbles in it are good for my hair. I like the way it suds. The burn is good. The top of his forehead is red because it burns him.
Oh, so his poor scalp is like
It's just
I think
missing a
that's
layer
the-
of epidermis.
yeah.
boy.
He's such a funny guy because he's like motorcycle, like you'd see like typical motorcycle guy, but he also cries so much.
Oh.
He's such a crier. And then he'll be like, "Can I shoot the neighbor's dog with a BB gun?" He's coming over here. I'm like, "No, Dad, you cannot." And then he'll cry because I'm leaving again. It's very.
I feel like when you're a dude over 50, I think men go through menopause, and
Yeah.
I think that they go through a hormonal level. I'm looking at you because you're probably the closest to a doctor.
Oh,
Just like
I thought you were looking at me
hormonal.
because I was the closest to a 50-year-old man.
No, we all know I am, but I feel like older men, especially, has he always cried, or is this just like a new phenomenon?
I think he hit it better, but now he's like really. He like you can hear his voice crack. Like he like tries to like when we hug goodbye, he'll like leave fast, you know, because he's about to cry. But he's like the Eagles lost. That's what happened. Wiping his tears.
I got something in my eye.
Bless him.
Yeah.
He's a crazy person too, though.
Well, you guys, this has been amazing.
Yeah.
I really want to go get Doritos now. So
I've had a great time.
This is great. We talked about my father. I got the devil card, so this is good.
please don't let that be the last. But I mean, can we summarize in like one? That's a lot to do, but
No,
for the
to summarize the reading, gentleness, patience, curiosity. Gentleness with yourself, patience with yourself, curiosity about whatever comes through, and then the result will be that the devil will lose its strength, lose its hold on you a little bit.
I'm up against the devil. It's me and the devil.
just a little.
And when you hear that voice that's pressuring you or saying you're not doing enough or whatever, just try to notice it in the moment.
Yeah,
I
I
see
notice
you.
it. All right. I notice it.
So you can talk back to it.
I'd look crazy.
That's okay. We're all crazy here.
We are all crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, we are all.
we're
like
all
that.
normal. Everything's fine. Everybody likes us. We got friends and family.
Feels so that like hurts. I'm like, no, they don't, Keegan.
We're alive.
We're alive. And what did you say? When you look in the mirror, I look taller than I am.
People think you look taller than you are. Your girlfriend isn't taller than you. It's fine. We're the same height.
No.
We're the same height. I made a rule. I'm like, I have to wear my shoes inside. It's like a whole thing. It's like I have to.
Normalize men being shorter than their girlfriends.
But you're
It's
not
fine.
You're not a short king.
I am a short king, and I've
No.
owned that.
You're not. I think you're
How tall are
imagining
you?
that you need
I'm
to
5'7",
That's not a
that's
short
not
king.
short.
5'8" with a boot.
I never
Okay.
feel like you're shorter than me or anything like that. I mean, and I'm
It's-
5'4".
Yeah.
You always look taller than that to me.
Really?
Oh, yes.
It's the hair. I don't know.
That's why I have the hair up too.
I think
Yeah.
I think you should invest in like Doc Martens. That definitely adds some
thick
height.
ones.
I have
Big
some
ones.
boots. I have
There we
some
go.
boots when I like go out like on our first date. I was like, oh, this is how tall I am. These are really short boots. It's fine. This is my natural height.
Wearing lifts.
Yeah, exactly. Just heels at some point.
No, you're perfect for Hollywood.
Hollywood.
There we go.
Tom Holland. Tom
Cruise.
Cruise.
Just get on
Both
an Apple
5'7".
box.
Get an Apple box or two.
Yeah.
In real life.
Yeah.
I need an Apple box guy.
That's perfect.
Great.
We love
Great.
it.
We've
Thanks,
solved
guys.
All right, guys.
I'm healed.
Yeah.
I'm all better.
Yes.
Nothing's wrong with me anymore.
Thank you so much, you guys.
This was fun.
Thank you.
Cool. Thanks for having me.